How's it going, everybody? Adam here, Maple Monkey Media, into the Skoolie build for another episode today. We're working on getting this side windows all done. We are so close. Last video we got a big push on and we got 6 windows in place. We're gonna move back to the back here, and on one side we have 3 more windows to go before we move on to the other side of the windows. The other side of the bus, I should say. Then we'll move on to getting the floor all rust converted, all sealed in. So here's the front of the bus. All these windows down here that have the paneling off of them, we have them all good to go, all done. The last 3 right are here, 1, 2, and 3 on that side. We have this panel to take off. These are the black bars that actually keep the windows in place. They go under the lips on each side of these, so it's not just held in by the butyl tape. We'll take this section off right here. That's the last section that needs to come off. Our paneling under there will get cut off, and we'll get these 3 windows all good to go, sealed up with new butyl tape. So these are the black bars that they weren't in my previous video showing that they hold in the window because I had them off, but we'll get these taken off next. On to getting the screws out of this panel here. Alrighty, so we have all of the screws out on our lower section panel here. We have the upper section panel all taken off and good to go. Next order of business is there's these stoppers on each of the windows, and what that does, it only prevents the window to open to that size right there. So we'll get those out so we can fully open it, and then that way we can grab a corner more easily and start prying off the windows. In the last video, when we were working on the windows and we got those 6 windows in place, I thought I had the footage of ripping out the windows last time. Fortunately, don't know what happened to the footage, so we'll get it this time around. I've seen some people go around the outsides and the insides with an X-Acto knife, but I found that, you know, with a good couple pulls on either corner of the window, the old butyl tape and the old tar paper and everything, whatever they use, will let loose, and you can kind of pry your windows out from there. So all they are is just literally a plastic stopper. So now that those stoppers are gone, we can open up our window fully, as opposed to this window right beside it, where we can only open up to where the stoppers are. That's all that it'll let me open it up. So we'll get those out on all the others, and we'll get the windows out. At least hopefully they'll come off. I had to cut some off because they broke. Oh, good, okay. Perfect. Oh no. Don't break, come on. Ah, of course, it broke. So we'll have to cut that one out. Well, we'll at least get this one out. So what I do is I kind of just start in the corner and I can feel where the window is, and I just start to pry. So this side's letting loose already, I can feel that, so we'll just keep prying it. You can see it let loose there, and we'll just follow the seam all the way to the other side. Might need a little bit of gumption there. So you can see this is the old tar that is on the windows. It is just an absolute mess. Nasty stuff to work with. Bugger to get off the window frame and the casing that's on the bus. But it's just that easy. The window just folds right off. You can see all that stuff kind of peel off. We'll deal with that later. Oh, nasty stuff. All right, so we'll see. I can only get this window down that far because those stoppers are in, so we'll see if we still can't get it out. But you see what I mean by how it's easier if you have the window open because you can get a lot more grip. But we'll see what we can do here. Might not be able to. Oh, that's in there pretty good. Oh yeah, that's in there good. Oh, that's in there. Oh, there it goes. Starting to let loose. Beautiful. Oh, that's in there. Oh, there we go. That one was in there good. Oh, that was close. Try to clean this up. So there's two windows. Now hopefully the stoppers on this window aren't gonna break. Hopefully they'll cooperate. Oh, perfect, there's one. And hopefully this one will do the same. Beautiful. So those came out no problem. Oh yeah, beautiful. There we go. Nasty stuff. So there's the three windows. Woo! Awesome stuff. So there's all the gunk that's still left on the windows. We'll have to get this all cleaned up. Stuff like that. Just nasty stuff. 20 years old. Some windows leaked, some windows didn't. So we'll get this all cleaned up. Same with on the frames. You can see it on either sides of the frames. It'll be a good couple hours getting that all cleaned up. I'll go get my wire brush attachment for my drill. I'll get my scraper and screwdrivers and all that, start scraping and getting that all cleaned up. We'll get the butyl tape in and we'll get those windows in. And then all of, from right up here all the way to right back there, that's all done. It's a 12 window bus, so 12 windows on each side, 24 altogether. 50% done after these three are all done. So we are getting there. I think after I get this side done, I'm going to move on to finishing off the floor. We'll get that rust converted. We'll get those little tiny pinholes all filled in. I have some fiberglass that I'm going to put down for some stuff, and I have some truck bed liner that we're going to use. I think it'll work better. We were going to do just a rust paint, but this way it will be a little bit of a sound barrier as well. So on to the next thing. All right, let's try and get some of this stuff off the window. Definitely wear gloves, because that tar is nasty business. Same with a long sleeve shirt. My main tools right here for getting the stuff off the windows here has actually been just a screwdriver, and it's actually a garden tool, but it has a nice edge on both sides that I can get in there and scrape stuff away. So let's get this off. Let's get some windows taken care of, and let's get this side of the bus all done. So I'm just back to using my screwdriver, and I find that if you try and push this old tar right to the bead on this side and then scrape up, grabbing it and spinning your screwdriver at the same time, it works the best. You can see how much of a difference is on all the sides compared to what it looked like to the window next to it. So here you can see that this window is a lot cleaner than this side. What I do is I use this tool. This is my gardening tool actually, and I'll just come and I'll try and get this top bead off first and give it a little pry, and it comes off very nicely. As you can see there, it's pretty well clean coming off, but you want to get that in and you want to get all the tar to try and stick to one another. So we'll get this bead off just like so. Keep following along, giving it a little twist motion like that. So push up and then twist. And I find that works the best. Not all the time, but for most of the time it does. Because we want to try and get all the tar sticking to our tape so it's not onto the windowsill here. Look how clean that is just by using our gardening tool there. And then what I find works good is you can kind of come on this side and just push all of your stuff to that bead right there to get it away from your window rail. So we'll do the best we can with that. Some of it will start to pop off, and if that's the case, just keep going, keep following it along. And then I'll come in with my screwdriver and I'll just follow all this stuff all the way down. You can see it coming off there very nicely. So I'll do the same thing, just push it to that side. And once it starts to form kind of a little ball of tar and all that, you can kind of grab it and just spin it off, and it'll stick to the stuff that's on the window as opposed to going all over the place. Just like that. So here's a little bit closer look. So I'll just push this stuff over to this side, right? Just like so. Grab that ball, give it a little spin so it doesn't get in contact with anything else, and we'll see if we can't grab some other stuff with it as well. Just like that. See how that ball just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger? That's what we want. And then we'll just give it a spin so none of that stringy goop comes off, and we'll just keep following that down our window. See, it's coming off nice and clean down here. That's exactly what we're looking for. Keep following it down. And there we go. I found that's the best technique that works. The little scrape and pull, scrape and pull, scrape and pull and twirl kind of thing. So if you're doing a skoolie conversion, hopefully that helps you with that aspect of it. It's made my life a lot easier. From doing the first 3 windows to doing the last 3 windows, big difference. Each window you do gets a little bit easier, and you kind of gain a little bit more know-how on some easier techniques to get this stuff off the window, because it is absolutely nasty. All right, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna cut off this panel next. We're gonna go along the top seam so we don't have to cut out our rivets or drill out our rivets. And then after that, I'll clean up all around the windowsills, clean up all around the windows, get all the tire off, get the butyl tape on, slap them back in, and then that whole side's done. When I say it like that, it sounds a lot faster and easier than it actually is, though. Alright, so it's looking like our panel here is all cut off. Let's just see here if we can get it. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. That. Oh, I got one more screw. One more screw. Screw. That's me bit. There we go. Panel. That is awesome. Get this insulation out. Right inside. The next order of business, I'm going to grab my drill with the wire wheel brush attachment. We're going to go around the outsides of the window here. We're going to get that all cleaned up for all 3 of them. And then we still have a lot of tar on the windows itself. So we'll get the wire wheel attached on. We'll get it cleaned up. We'll get it so the butyl tape is nice and flush, nice and clean. We'll get it so the butyl tape can go nice and clean on a nice clean surface, so you get a good connectivity there. And we'll get the windows cleaned up, and then like I keep saying, we'll get the last 3 windows in place. Just getting the last of this stuff of the old tire that's on it. So I'm just using my screwdriver, and like I said earlier, I'm just gonna try and get it all so it's in a big clump. Just keep pushing it over, and you can see that it's sticky like that, so I'll just give it a spin and just kind of keep pulling it off so it doesn't keep sticking back on to where we're trying to take it off at. All right, well, a couple hours later, and we have a nice clean window frame on all 3 windows. Get ready to do our butyl tape. Nice and clean. We'll give those a wipe down before we put the butyl tape on. And then we're over here. We have to get all this gunk off of the windows right there. So what I find works best for these the windows here, I just have a little putty knife actually, and I find that works absolutely awesome. So we'll start here on the bottom and kind of just see how it goes here. Scrape it down to the bottom there. And then we'll try and take it all off on one go. Oh, hey Max. What are you doing, bud? Careful, it's dirty in here. Don't get your paws on anything, eh? Hey? Ooh, come here, Max. come here. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, careful. Oh, like you want to be in the video? Okay, look out. Look out, sir. You smell like eggs. I don't know why. Go. Look out. Look out, dude. Go. Go. Thank you. So we have the window frame pretty much all cleaned up with all that gunk on it. So the next order of business is going to grab my my drill with my wire brush attachment and just go along all here, get that cleaned up. We'll get the butyl tape on the bottom, sides, and on the top up there, and then we'll get this window in place. Then we have 1, 2 more to go, then this side's done. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Checked out the other video of doing this, then you know there's a lip right here that we're trying to get on the inside. So we'll just stay on the inside of this lip and we will have no problem getting our window in place. So, have to do something a little special for this top one. If you didn't see my previous video, there's a little bit more gap in the top section here. So the old stuff that came off of it is more oval shape. So what I found works good is I will take the top strip here and I will just kind of fold it in on itself. So you see here's my top strip. Just a flat strip. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just take this and start folding it in on itself, just like so. And see how that kind of turns it into an oval? We're gonna do this along the whole strip, and then that'll give us a better heat barrier and air barrier, water barrier, than it actually would be if I laid it down flat. Here we go. I like having the window open. I'll put it around my head as a necklace. There's a drip edge down on the bottom here. So I'm gonna get the drip edge lined up. And then you just press it in place. There. There we go. Press it in place. There we go. And just like that, our window is in place. Double check the bottom. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So there. And then just in case you're wondering, these windows aren't just held in here with the butyl tape. We have these cross members here, and this goes on right here, and it will keep the windows all in place by holding up each of these edges right there. So that's what'll keep them secure and nice and tight and compacted in after the butyl tape is in place and after the window's set back in its home. 2 more windows. Oh my, I thought it was gonna rain today. The clouds were rolling in, but now it is nice and sunny out here. So we'll definitely be able to get these 2 windows done today. Woo, awesome stuff, awesome stuff. Let's keep on at it and let's get these done. The day is cooking on. It's like getting on 4 o'clock already. Man, oh man, it takes quite a while to get that gunk off that window, that's for sure. So we'll get this in place and I'll show you what I'm talking about. There it is. Screw this in. Put one more in the bottom just to hold it in. So if you remember from earlier, we had that one window with that broken screw right in there. So if you can see right down in there, that's where that broken screw is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my grinder out while I have the window out to make my life a lot easier, and I'm just going to grind that off. We'll just double check to make sure. Open sesame. Awesome. Actually, I'm gonna grind down this side just a little bit because it's just a little bit. Window open. Perfect. All right. What are you doing down there, bud? Huh? It's like I'm just hanging out. Right on, you stay there. Okay, it's cleaned up. Here's the inside. There we go. All right, we'll take this stuff off. I have our butyl tape. There. Open up the window. There we are. We'll line it all up. And there we go. Push it in place. Awesome. Bottom. Beautiful. So you can see what I mean by each side goes under this lip right here. to hold either side in place. Screw goes in, holds it in place, and it keeps our windows nice and secure. There we go. Woo! One more window to go. Awesome stuff. Last window on this side. The day is moving on. We're gonna get it done. Alrighty, y'all. It's the last window on this side. Oh man. Long day getting it all done. Time-consuming process. We'll take off these white strips to expose our butyl tape. And we got our window right there already all cleaned off. And we'll get the last one on this side in place. Exciting times. Exciting times. All right. Grab the window. And let's get it in place. There we go. Awesome stuff. Push it all in place. Shaking the whole bus. All right, awesome. Last window's in place. Well, there we have it. Holy, what a day. It is 4 or 5 o'clock. All the windows on this side over here behind me that you see, they're all done. We just have to go back and we'll put our black bars on to hold everything in place. Super awesome, super awesome. Oh man. So that's 50% of the windows done. Tomorrow I'm thinking I'm gonna get working on the floor again. None of these windows on this side leak from what I can tell, so I'm probably going to wait to do this side until we get to our new homestead, to our new property. There's a couple other things that I want to do, but I can't. I'm going to wait until we get to the new property just because we're going to be using this vehicle as a moving vehicle. So it was my goal to get all this side done here, which we did, because these were the windows that leaked the most. Oh, so awesome stuff. We'll get the black bars in, and after that, we are good. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Oh, we got those in. Windows aren't going anywhere. That is going to be the video for today. It is coming on dinner time and I am absolutely starving. Muchly appreciate y'all checking out the progress that we made today on the Skoolie. Oh, sweat's pouring off my brow. This is Adam here at Maple Monkey Media signing off for today's episode. Keep that stick on the ice. The only person your dreams have to make sense to is yourself, and there is no failure if you just keep on going. So keep on going, pursuing your dreams. God bless. We'll see you here next time, working on the Skoolie, maybe in the garden, maybe in the kitchen, maybe making a tiny cabin, maybe at the regular cabin. Who knows? God bless y'all. We'll see you next time. Woo, 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 woo. Cheers. Woo.